Here back in the fantasy bar. It's Monday. My Packers took the loss. What a better place to drown my sorrows here than in the fantasy bar. And I'm back with 6 of my favorite plays, including 3 of my favorite correlation plays, what games I'm loading up on, and of course, my favorite play of the night. Who is it? Belly up to the fantasy bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Like I said in the opening, good to be here in the fantasy bar with you guys talking some NBA hoops, NFL. Not a great weekend for me with my Packers losing, but we move on. We are here to talk hoops, and I'm here with 6 guys fresh off the tap for you. Going to do some correlations, some games I'm targeting, and like I said, my favorite play of the night coming up shortly. Thank you guys, as always, for stopping by the bar. Now, before we get into those plays, do me a favor. Take a quick second, hit that thumbs up button. Let's see how many we can get today. Guys, it really helps us out. Tells me you're enjoying the videos and having a good time here in the fantasy bar. So make sure you do that also. While you're there, subscribe to the channel and get notified when these videos are coming out. All right, let's talk some hoops. Let's dive into the slate here. Let's start at the shooting guard, small forward position with Andrew Wiggins of the Warriors. Now, I really like this game for a lot of reasons, but Andrew Wiggins, first of all, last time we had him here in the fantasy bar was good to us. So I'm a loyal guy. Let's go back to the well here on Wiggins, under 7K on both sites. I know Steph Curry been doing the heavy lifting there for the Warriors offensively, but this is the kind of matchup where Andrew Wiggins can really get it going. The Wolves, one of the worst teams in the league. In fact, 29th in defensive efficiency against shooting guards this season. And not only that, we get a narrative here. You guys know I love me some narratives. Playing his first game against his former team here. Love this game, but really like the spot here for Andrew Wiggins to give us a ceiling game. And again, some fair prices, under 7K on both sides. All right, let's go to the other side of that game. A little correlation with shooting guard, small forward MALIK BEASLEY of Minnesota. Now, Minnesota, one of those teams we're going to have to keep an eye on the news here. We know Karl Anthony Towns is out. We know Juancho Hernangomez is out. We could be without D'Angelo Russell here as well. So I like Beasley regardless of Russell's status, but if D'Angelo is out here as well, Beasley becomes a lock and load in all formats on all sites. Why? The usage really takes a nice bump, heads over 25% with those 3 off the court and been very productive. We're getting a nice floor here from MALIK BEASLEY, getting minutes, getting a chance to play, and he's delivering for us. 28 or more DraftKings points now in 9 of the last 10 games. We're also getting some nice ceiling games, some high 30s, even a high 40 in there. So we know the upside is there, gives you that floor you're looking for in cash games, and with potentially D'Angelo Russell on the shelf as well. Beasley could be relied upon even more offensively here. Add it all up, Beasley, a solid play here tonight against the Golden State Warriors. All right, let's move on to the next game I'm targeting. That's Toronto and Indiana. We're going to start at shooting guard, small forward with Norman Powell of the Raptors. So Toronto, another team like Minnesota, they're dealing with injuries. This one not as crystal clear as the other one. As of this recording, we have Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam, both questionable, both missed that last game yesterday against Indiana. We'll have to keep an eye on that status. If Norman Powell is in the starting lineup, this is a guy that we want to get in our lineups. We'll talk about that here in a second, but let's take a look at the usage here. And again, you can find this information over on RotoGrinders in our Court IQ tool. But when you take those 2 off the floor, nice 4.5% usage bump here for Norman Powell. It's a big sample size. It went back all the way to the start of last season, and we talked about Powell as a starter. Pulled a sample of that as well. This guy is averaging over 30 DraftKings points a game as a starter. Do the math. You're getting an easy 6x return here on DraftKings if he's in that starting lineup. If he's not, maybe we come back, we make some adjustments in the comment section. But if one of those 2 is out, or better yet, if both of them are out, lock and load with Norman Powell here tonight against Indiana. All right, let's go to the other side of that game. Quite a few options on the Pacers I like, but we're going to go with big man Myles Turner here of Indiana. So Turner just absolutely dominated this Toronto team yesterday. 2nd highest fantasy performance of the year, 53 FanDuel points here. And are we chasing points? Are we buying high here on Myles Turner? I don't think so. And the reason this guy continues to get there are the block shots. I mean, we'd love to see more rebounding out of a big guy like Myles Turner, but we know how valuable these block shots are over on FanDuel. And this guy, 3 or more block shots now in 8 straight games. In 12 of the 14 games that he's played this season, he's delivered that same number, 3 or more block shots. We've seen games with 6 block shots. We've seen some massive numbers out of Myles Turner that we really haven't seen before. So good to see him finally putting those block shots and numbers on the board. And in fact, been pretty damn consistent for us as well. Only once this entire season has he gone under 30 FanDuel points. So it's a combination of, again, we get a nice floor out of him. We know where he's going to get. We get nice upside. We just saw it against this team. Those block shots, super valuable on FanDuel. Still like him over on DraftKings as well. So putting it all together, Myles Turner, again, in a phenomenal spot here. Don't be afraid to pay those prices here in this matchup with the Toronto Raptors. All right, let's go to our last game of the evening. We're going to spotlight this Portland-Oklahoma City game. We're going to go with some value on the Thunder side with power forward DARIUS BAZLEY. Now, I know, I get it. His production lately not been great. I understand that. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But what I'm seeing here, the prices really stand out to me. We've been using a lot of Isaiah Roby. I don't mind going back to that well once again if Al Horford is out. But these prices on BAZLEY have dropped far enough. In fact, they're right there with Isaiah Roby. I think BAZLEY, a guy that's going to get overlooked here. But this is a great buy low. Let's not forget we were paying a lot more for him not long ago, just a few weeks ago when he was putting up some big games, and he's shown us that 35 to 40 point upside. He's done it multiple times this season. Has he done it lately? No, and I know this is a what have you done for me lately game sometimes, but I really want to buy low here at these prices here. And I think with that being said, those subpar games, people are going to look at those game logs. They're going to shy away. They're going to go to other guys here. BAZLEY, a lot of upside, even in a tough matchup here, dealing with some Robert Covington. I absolutely love the upside here, and I think we get him back going again. Hasn't shot the ball well lately. I think you're going to see him start to get back on track here. DARIUS BAZLEY, a tremendous buy low here on both sides against the Portland Trail Blazers. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. But before we do that, guys, we're going to continue our Beasts of the Night contest, absolutely free to play. And this is a thank you to you guys for hanging out here in the fantasy bar. All you got to do in the comment section is guess fantasy points for my favorite play of the night. We'll use FanDuel tonight for your shot at free RotoGrinders Premium. We'll give you a free 3-day pass for nailing the fantasy points for my Beast of the Night, or if you're already a subscriber, we'll send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Let's wrap Monday night up. My favorite play, no mask, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. Pretty sure you know where I'm going here. We're going to the other side of that Thunder Blazers game with point guard Damian Lillard, tonight's Beast of the Night. So CJ McCollum goes down. We know what that means. It's Dame time, and he's certainly been productive in this scenario. We'll just look at the last couple games here, averaging almost 56 DraftKings points a game since McCollum got injured. So that's the short term. Let's take a look at more of a long-range approach. And when McCollum is off the floor, going all the way back to the start of last season, the usage jumps almost 5% here for Damian Lillard. And I know you're thinking 5%, not a big number. That is an absolutely huge jump in usage. We're talking about a 35% usage rate for Damian Lillard with no CJ McCollum. Let's not forget Nurkic out as well, a guy that can score some points. So even more that Damian Lillard has to do. And when you look on DraftKings, you're going to see James Harden cheaper than Damian Lillard at the point guard position. You can play LeBron James at the point guard position, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving. All these guys are cheaper. So you're thinking, why the hell do we not want to go that route? I think the ownership is going to go that way as well. Damian Lillard's still one of those guys I think people don't put in this stratosphere of superstars. He absolutely belongs there. So if it takes ownership away here, we get him lower owned. We've seen the upside for him to be the highest scoring guy on the slate. And in fact, we're going to go bold here. I think Damian Lillard outscores everybody on this entire slate, making it worth paying those prices here and making him easily my favorite play for Monday night and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up here in the fantasy bar for Monday night with 6 of my favorite plays on FanDuel and DraftKings. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, let me know in the comment section. You can also follow me over on Twitter at Beermakersfan. And don't forget, Wednesday night, the DFS OGs, Notorious Head Chopper, and myself on Grinders Live over on RotoGrinders every Wednesday night, 5:30 to 6:30, breaking down the entire NBA slate. Make sure you come and join us there. Very interactive show. We love talking to you guys, so come check it out if you haven't already. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Best of luck here tonight, guys. We'll be back later on in the week with another 6-pack. We'll see you there.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist